What's up, faithful? How we doing out there? Welcome to 49ers Breakdown. Click the link, join live. It should be in the comments. If there's anybody out there, you know what to do. Hit that link. Or maybe you're watching this at a later time and you're thinking, okay, this guy breaks down game film. So I'm gonna jump on live. We're gonna drop some football. That sounds good. We could do that. So click that link to join live. Tonight we're going to be talking about Elijah Mitchell. We're going to go through his best game statistically, rushing yards against Chicago. What's interesting is I remember some of this game. This game I actually did not watch the entire game, just full transparency. I have not gone back and watched it. I'm just going to turn on the film and break it down. Have some fun tonight on this Wednesday night. And God bless you all. Excited to be here. Go Niners. Faithful for life. Yes, sir. And so welcome to 49ers Breakdown. Let's get right into the film. Let's stop wasting time. Let's stop wasting time and get right into this doggone film, shall we? Elijah Mitchell. Elijah. Do you remember Elijah? Elijah Mitchell. Could Elijah Mitchell be the most underrated running back in the NFL? Yeah. Yeah, he could be. Let's start out with the opening drive. It looks like they're in 11 personnel. Very popular personnel grouping for Kyle. Kyle loves 11 personnel. When he can get one running back and one tight end on the field, he dictates the defense to play more nickel. And if they can play more nickel, that opens up his run game. And he can kind of manipulate things. So 1st and 10 from the 33. Let's see what we got. Again, I have not seen this. I'm just going to break this down live. Let's have some fun. Ooh, they come out quick game concept. So this is a little West Coast slant arrow concept. So they motion. It looks like we got a quick motion here going across the trips. So they start balanced, going to trips. It looks like true 11 personnel. Okay, so we have 3 wide receivers. Debo, one-on-one on the bottom of the screen. We're going to see an arrow here and a quick slant. Jimmy does a good job on these over the middle quick slant, quick game throws. He really does a good job. He's got a quick release. So this is, something he can do. And this is a drop. I mean, the more I watch film, the more I see Debo dropping footballs. We don't remember it because he's so electrifying when he catches the doggone thing. But I think it's fair to say Debo heard a few footsteps right there. So a little slant arrow concept, classic West Coast concept to the single receiver side. Good quick read. This is a play that Trey can make as well. So this is obviously going to be in the book. We got a 3 surface side over here. So we have a tight end. It's a little blurry for me to see exactly what the personnel groupings are, but this looks like a motion out of the backfield to empty. So I think we have 11 personnel, but Kyle motions to empty. So we have 2nd and 10. They're running it looked like they came out in an odd exotic, but now as I'm looking at it, it looks like an under front. So we'll just have to kind of get a clear eyes because this guy, see how the 3 tech is to the weak side and the 1 tech is to the strong side. That's why they called it under front. If the 3 tech was to the strong side and the 1 tech was to the weak side, that would be an over front. Nonetheless, they're rocking to what looks like a single high. So either, kind of a cover 3 look or potentially a cover 1 is probably more likely because you see this guy directly over the top here. So 2nd and 10, and does look like a just basic cover 1. So you got your 5-man rush here, and you got 5 in coverage with a single high safety. Okay, he's gonna take away anything deep. At least that's his goal. So Jimmy does the right thing. He makes the right throw here. Oh, just overthrows it. It doesn't connect on a lot of deep balls, does he? But this is a good concept. He's able to keep the free safety in the middle of the field here. And I don't even know why. Maybe because of the 3 wide receivers, but you could see his eyes are directly looking there. But he's got Ayuk in the slot. And if Ayuk's got, any type of leverage, if he's even right there, he's leaving. And unfortunately, Jimmy just overthrows that. That's easy money, really. But Jimmy had a tough time with throwing the ball downfield, and that slot fade can be a nightmare for teams. Especially now, what's interesting is the Niners on both of those plays they went to the weak side. So the first play they motioned to trips and they went slant arrow concept, classic quick game West Coast concept. And CG, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. And then on if you want, bro, hit that button, bro, and jump on live with me. And then on second down there, let's run that back one time. We're gonna run that back because I want to take a look. So Niners motion to empty. They're an 11 personnel. They motion Elijah out to the 2 receiver side, but it's actually a 3 receiver Trey because they have the tight end here, right? So the first time on first down, the Niners take advantage of the weak side of the formation. They do the same thing on second down, but Jimmy can't hit the fade here. This is a slot fade. So you have a hitch on the outside, fade from the slot. The deep safety is in the middle of the field. He's held on this side of the field because of the 3 wide receivers. If I'm even, I'm leaving, but Jimmy overthrows it. Has a tough time with those deep balls. Elizabeth, thank you for being here. And so third down, 3rd and 10. And he hits a shot. I mean, that's a nice ball. This is where Jimmy excelled. Let's just be honest. We got to be honest with our assessment. And this is where Jimmy would excel. Anything over the middle of the field, he did a good job. Even you could see his platform is off here, but he has a quick release. And if you see his feet, it's kind of like a fadeaway jumper in the NBA, right? A basketball player. You watch Jimmy's feet, and he's does not have a good platform. See how he's kind of going backwards as he throws that, but he has the matchup that he wants, and he gets a cover 0 look. So cover 0 means that they're bringing pressure, and you can see from the exotic here, right? They got everybody at the line of scrimmage here, and one second, okay, and so he has an idea that this could be a pressure look, right? This could be a pressure look. Niners do a good job. When you have a bunch formation like that, you can really bring man coverage into a tight spot because your crossing routes become trouble. So you already have the defense on their heels a little bit. Now, when 2 defenders are playing at the same level, that's trouble for them because you can run rubs and different things, and they bounce into each other. It's a natural rub. So over here, they have one guy at the point on press, another guy back deeper. That's more advantageous for them. But Debo is not the one getting pressed, right? So he's able to get a free release, and he has inside leverage. Jimmy sees that immediately, and Jimmy can make inside throws all day. Now, I can't tell if that's Sanu or Debo, to be honest with you. That might be Sanu. Sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing. Yeah, that's Sanu. Okay, that's Sanu. So, but nice read by Jimmy there on 3rd and long to get that ball across the middle of the field. Of course, Jimmy can make those throws. That's one throw that Jimmy can make, right? Even off balance, off platform. What's up, Kelts? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, Rich. Good to see you, bro. And hit that link. You want to jump on and chop some football, brother. So 1st and 10, it looks like 21 personnel. We got juice right here. So bounce formation, ace formation under center. But this is kind of like the old school run and shoot bunch formation. But instead of using like a 4 wide receiver set, the Niners like to use a tight end and a fullback to stay balanced. It's nice because they can motion a guy quick, or they can bring a guy across and like a split zone look and have an extra blocker. Kyle likes this formation. He can play action out of it. But 1st and 10 here, 21 personnel. There's that motion. That's exactly what I was talking about. Do quick motion, and now you got an extra guy at the point of attack, and they're running what is a power concept. So everybody's down blocking, and you see they're going to have a kick out by the fullback, and we're going to have a wrap from the Brunskill, the guard, coming up. And this is just a power play. I like it. So we're breaking down Elijah. That's why we're here. But I'm breaking down the whole game just to kind of get a feel of the offense. Why did Elijah have a lot of success? Well, you can see the Niners came out with 3 straight pass plays, and they were really attacking on the first 2 plays. They attacked the weak side of the formation, and then they hit that empty formation that against that cover 0 look to Sanu on an inside release. Nice quick read by Jimmy. He throws the ball well over the middle of the field. Thankfully, it's easy to throw in football, so Trey should be able to do the same thing. Isn't this interesting though? When you look at the leverage of these defenders out here, look at that cushion they're given here. This is advantageous for the run game, especially if they're running this side of the field. But nonetheless, we see that again they're in an even front with a stand up end to that side. So that's a nice bubble right there to be able to get a kick out, down blocks, and wrap Brunskill around. And that's a nice job. One thing I like about Elijah is he keeps his pads going forward. He stays low, and he gets a 7-yard gain there on his first carry of the game. 7-yard gain. Okay. I think Elijah will put some numbers up this year. Hey, I think you're right, Elizabeth. Could Elijah be the most underrated running back in the NFL? Could he be? I think he could be. I think he could be. Year two, he knows what to expect. Teams have a lot of big years. So we got a 2 running back set here with a tight end. So 21 personnel, and that's Charlie Warner, it looks like. 21 personnel. A lot of times teams will be in the gun, but when you see 2 running backs, just remember that's still 2 back, right? It could be in the eye, it could be in a strong say, it's still 2 back. And so when they're in 2 back, you can expect run play action. And the Niners come right back with a run here. Sometimes it glitches out, y'all. Sorry about that. So again, we're running the same play, different look. So this is the same play. We're going to have a kick out by the fullback, and we're going to pull the backside guard up. This is your basic power play. This is a power play to the front side. Elijah, again, gets his pad. Now, one thing I didn't like is he ran into the back of his blocker there and kind of just fell over. It's like, yeah, kind of You would like to see him jump step there, see if he can't find a lane, keep his feet moving. But again, he's a rookie, but he's hitting the hole hard, and he kind of, he runs right into the back of his guy here. You like to see him jump step and get out here. Just hit me with a jump step, get out here, get yourself one-on-one with that corner, because we got a big mud pile in there. Right. But nonetheless, it's a yard, right? He gets positive yardage. So we're moving in the right direction. 3rd and short here. Looks like Hasty's in the backfield, if I'm not mistaken. 11 personnel. Okay. We do that quick motion again. And Kyle comes back with another. He is not playing around. Kyle is not playing around. He literally runs basically the same play 3 plays in a row out of different formations. Not kidding you. Now, on this particular play, there's no pull. So this is actually a split zone look. But they're kind of used to the kick out by now. So they squeeze that kick out. He does a good job cutting back here. But unfortunately, just not enough. Hasty doesn't have enough. What do I want to say? You know what I mean? Enough weight in the back end to get those extra couple yards. Nonetheless, we're at 4th and 1. We're at 4th and 1 at the Chicago 37. And Kel says, will we finally see someone hit a G under Shanahan? Man, I hope so. I honestly, I think it's kind of a strength of Shanahan that he platoons his runners, Rich. But it would be nice to see Elijah get that G, get that 1,000 yards. That would be real nice. And yeah, he's barely getting started, right? And I do kind of think like Elijah Mitchell is really kind of like the sleeper of all running backs in the NFL. What a great year he had as a rookie. And unexpected. He didn't expect to get that load and then had to play through injuries, right? So I'm excited about Elijah. I'm thinking we're getting the QB sneak here. I actually have not broke this game down yet, so I like just coming out here with y'all and just breaking it down on the one. Just let's hit it. Niners are coming out in 11 personnel here, and they wow. So that's Hasty, right? And they just hand off on a straight lead play, and they get the 1 yard. Oh, geez, that is ballsy, man. That's ballsy on 4th and 1. A lot of times the Niners, I remember last year, I only saw half of this game, like parts of this game. A lot of times they would run a QB sneak. I actually like that bubble I see here for the QB sneak. You kind of give the defense a chance to penetrate by handing the ball off, and having a guy like Hasty run it on 4th and 1 just doesn't make the most sense to me, but they give him the yardage. Whew, that was close. That was real close. And honestly, I think Hasty's on the bubble. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think Hasty's on the bubble. Yeah, we loaded, right? The personnel this team has is just, and that's why I'm saying I think Hasty might be on the bubble. When you look at Elijah Mitchell, right? TDP, Trace Sermon, Jeff Wilson Jr., and then you got Mason. I like Mason out of Georgia Tech. I did a breakdown on him with the undrafted free agents. When you go back and look at his college film, his sophomore year, the dude was like Doak Walker invited, and then he had an injury. So he kind of fell out. And then they went to a different system where he didn't get as many carries. But he's looked good. He's flashed and he's got a bigger body, right? So we'll see. I like Hasty, but he's kind of a tweener, and Ray McLeod kind of took his special teams roles in a way, right? So it'll be interesting to see what we got here. All right, so 21 personnel, again, 2 back, right? And if I'm not mistaken, it's a receiver that I believe that's Debo, and I think we got Juice and Warner here. Okay, so it's kind of an exotic formation look, and let's see what the Niners give us. So they try to run a little screen out here. So at least I think that's what happens there. Okay, so yeah, so they're running a little bit of release motion in the backfield, and basically what they're doing is they're trying to make sure they can get this one-on-one here. If they like the run game, they'll run it, but if they feel like they can get a one-on-one with, or just frankly out leverage them, then they're going to try to do it. But that ball's behind him and low from Jimmy, behind him and low on the easiest throw. Come on now. Jimmy's ripping those balls over the middle of the field. He can't even make this little putt right here. He goes the putt golf. So a little release motion out of the backfield, okay? And that basically creates a 2 wide receiver set over here. You can run a swing. So he's got the option here. He can run his zone on the inside, or he can throw it out here. So this is what they call like an RPO, or a run pass option. And he chooses to go with the pass, but as we saw, the pass was very poorly thrown. So it's low, slow velocity behind him, and they actually lose yardage on that play. Jeez, that should have been at least a couple yard gain if that ball is well thrown and has velocity on it. That's a play that Trey, I believe, can make very easily. He has a lot more velocity on his passes. I believe we have 11 personnel here with a tight end and a running back. We're looking at 2nd and 14 because of that very poor throw, and really probably should just hand it off. Now, this is a play that Niners like to run a lot. They'll run a quick slant from the outside, and the 2 inside guys will either run verticals or they'll run quick outs. Okay, and they're trying to create a clear right there. Oh, my Lord. Whew, come on, y'all. It's so interesting coming back and watching this. It's so interesting coming back and watching this because this is a classic Kyle play. I mean, he's run this play with RG3. When you get any type of, so what they're running on defense here is cover 2 man. So you got 2 shell on top because it's 2nd and 14. The defense is expecting pass. So Kyle knows that. So he's going to run these inside guys off, and he's going to send this guy on a quick slant, hoping this guy's going to get caught up in the rub and not be able to carry this. But that throw is bad, and Debo drops it. So let's take another look at it. Okay. So this guy's playing a little bit of bail, that like they were going to exchange coverages. Well, nobody exchanged with him. So it's almost like he's doing his own thing out here. And then that ball is high behind, and Debo doesn't catch it. I mean, Jerry Rice used to say, if it's touchable, it's catchable, right? If it's touchable, it's catchable. Yes, that's right, Elizabeth. That's right. Hey, good to see CG, Celts, Elizabeth, you guys. It's so interesting to break these games down, to go back in time and just put Trey in the position of Jimmy, right? And it's a great play call by Kyle. As you can see, he's running a concept where there's nobody guarding our wide receiver. If Debo catches that, he's right, but he drops it, and if the ball's behind him, just come on, Jimmy G. Jimmy Subway, man. Put too much mustard on that one. Sorry for the horrible joke, but just a poorly thrown ball. So where does that leave us? 3rd and 14. Jeez, 2 poor throws from Jimmy in a row. You guys saw it. We gave him credit when he drilled that one over the middle, right? We're honest in our evaluation. Third down back is Hasty. Okay. And so let's run it back one time. Let's run it back. So where are we? 3rd and 24. Looks like they got a penalty on this last play. All right. So they motioned a little trio bunch concept to the bottom of the field, 11 personnel. Okay. They're running a little stop concept. Jimmy's trying to scramble. A lot of mercy. A lot of mercy. Some sort of holding, right? So now we're at 3rd and 24. 3rd and 24. Little putt. Oh man, we got to be nice, right? We got to be nice. Empty formation, but what's cool is they're in 11 personnel. So I like how Kyle we use unconventional personnel groupings with unconventional formations. It's kind of cool. So they're going empty, and on this one, what enables the Niners to do is chip to give their offensive line to give Jimmy a little bit more time. You're running 3 verts here. And we're going to try to clear. Looks like an inside dig here. And there ain't nothing cooking. But we got that cooking. Man, that's a tough bracket. This is the type of play here. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. Nobody's there. He got both of his arms up like, hey, Subway, over here. Subway ain't having it. Oh, Subway. Nice. Okay, so it buys some time. Putt, buys some time. Sheesh. Gets the ball over the middle. It's actually a nice job buying time. You'd like to see him get this ball out right here, right? You'd like to see him get that ball out right there. Look at that. He's 12 yards off. 12 yards off. Get that, zip that. But by the time he gets his eyes over, this guy's in pursuit. So he buys some more time. Tremendous job protecting by the O-line. And a guy comes clear in between the hashes. Makes a nice catch on a 3rd and 24. Puts us in field goal position. And Bob Gold. Oh, that's when Robbie was hurt. And so we had that backup. He ended up going to the Redskins. So let's see. That's the one thing bad about Jimmy. He's not consistent. Exactly. Not consistent. A little bit shaky with his feet in that pocket. After he got his knee hurt, he was not as confident in the pocket. Almost afraid, right? And then he can't really throw the ball that well down the field or outside the numbers, right? So there we go. There you go, CG. Sly. Hey, Sly has a foot. I'm not going to lie. And he actually did a nice job for the Niners when he was with us. But he missed that one. And but what a strong leg that dude has. But let's run. So that's the first. Let me jump to the second series. That's the first series, and you see we did not get anything out of it. We'll jump to the second one, see what we got, and it's 3-0 because they were able to get a field goal out of their first drive. Almost feel like watching them as well, but we're here to break down our offense. All right, so we're coming out 21 personnel. Last time they ran this formation, they ran a kick and a pull. They ran a little power concept. This time, it's basically okay. So it's the toss play. It's an outside zone. So this is wide zone, bread and butter, 40-dunner play. Chris Forrester, Kyle Shanahan, outside zone. Everybody's reaching. Everybody's first step is to the outside. We're gonna try to shoot our inside arm to the center point of the defender's chest and post our outside arm, right? And we're going to try to reach these defenders. We're going to try to reach a man over. It's outside zone reach. And if we can't get it, we're going to cut it back. But this is why we like to see, oh my, I'm telling you guys, this is 49er football. This is the run game that Mostert did so well and Elijah does so well. Now, this is not like the first game of the year. Elijah's already getting nicked up a little bit. And he does a great job here. They toss it. We got a seal, and we do a good job of like lumping guys together. Of course, Juice does a great job out there. I think that's Werner. I was trying to see who that was on the edge there. But of course, Trent Williams is just going to seal off and eat that linebacker. There ain't nothing happening there. And Elijah, I mean, I'm telling you, it looks a little bit like Mostert right there. He's got a little bit of Raheem to him. And this is a great play. Well, if we can get chunks like this against teams, we're unstoppable, especially with a guy like Trey. Okay. And we still got Trent Williams over there. We still got Juice. We still got Charlie Warner and George Kittle. We just got to make sure Banks and Brendel, right? And these other guys can be suitable, right? Can be suitable. And man, oh, is that you, Lincoln? Let's look at this again. Now we're going to spend a little bit of time on this play because this is a big gainer. But Lakin right here, okay, at the point of attack. Now, as we go back, what we're going to look at, Lakin is going against a 3-tech. So this guy is shaded to the outside of Lakin. So Lakin has to shoot his inside arm and then post his outside arm and reach that guy, right? It's basically a race to the sideline, and Lakin wants to reach him. If he can log him and turn him, that would be ideal. But he just wants to basically stay in front of him, and then the running back can cut off of him. But watch Lakin go to work here. Lakin does a nice job. Of course, he's jumping on me. Lakin does a nice job of reaching this 3-tech here, okay? He's going to reach that 3-tech, and look at it. Just stay with that. See how he stays with that? He's still on that block. That's a nice job. You know, when Lakin was good, he was good, family. When Lakin was good, he was good. No question about that. No question about that. Kyle comes out and empty. Yeah. Round check Mondays on CG Ruthless. Come through, Kelts. Kelts says he's going to be camping. Okay. Don't forget. Hey, Kelts, I'm going to give you one up right here. I'm going to give you one up on this camping trip. Okay. You're going to do your s'mores, right? You're going to do your s'mores. But instead of taking a Hershey bar, bro, you're going to take Reese's peanut butter cups, bro. You're going to be the most popular dude at the campground because your s'mores are going to have Reese's peanut butter cups, bro. You're not playing when you go camping. Family, you take it to the next level. Guess I spoiled with Montana and Young with deep throws. Yeah. People forget that Jeff Garcia was a Pro Bowler, right? Yeah, I mean, Jeff Garcia was a good player that we forget about. But definitely we were spoiled with Montana and Young. No doubt about that. And then, Kelch, you're going to break out the Alden's mint. Bro, you ain't just rocking that normal flavor. You're going to bring some extra to the campfire, my fam. You're going to bring some extra to that campfire. Antonio isn't coming on Monday, so at least can get. Oh, I see. Yeah, man. Hey, Rich would be perfect, CG. Rich would be perfect, man. So here we are. We're moving that rock because we had a beautiful run play outside zone. I'm telling you, that's what we need. That's what, if we can get bursts like that, big gainers, 10 to 15 yarders on first down, man, that opens up the playbook, right? So same personnel grouping here, okay? 21 personnel. We got 2 running backs, but we're coming out and empty, right? So we got Juice and Elijah, okay? But now we have them split out at receiver. Oh, there's this same play that we ran earlier, okay, where Debo dropped the ball. And this time he goes to his next read because they do a good job. The defense takes away the in cut. So now Debo springs open on the out cut. See, so it's a stick with an under. It's a stick with a shallow, a zero shallow. A stick concept between the 2 inside guys. Usually on traditional stick concepts, they'll run this guy vertical. Kyle likes to run him inside, like a real shallow cross. But the defense takes that away. They exchange the coverage there on that. So I just want to run that back one time. They do an exchange of coverage. What the corner was expecting the first time they ran it. Okay, so it looks like they're actually running a variation of cover 3 here with a robber. It's a variation of cover 3. So these guys have deep thirds on the outside. You got a deep safety, and then the strong safety's in a robber. But Debo does a good job of coming back, finding that void, and getting up in there. And, you know, when Jimmy was poised, Jimmy would do a good job of releasing those balls over the middle of the field. He could hit those short putts, right? He could hit those putts. So what position will Debo be playing this year? Hey, I'm just hoping Debo's playing this year. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's going to get signed, right? I think he's going to get signed, but everybody's kind of moved into this, like, oh, he's getting signed. And like, you know, he hasn't got signed yet. People have held out. And so, you know, I'd sure like to see him get signed, and then we could talk about, you know, but I do think he'll get signed and play. for the Niners, and I'm hoping it happens soon because if it doesn't, then that's toxicity in the locker room, and that can break a team. I think he plays a lot of wide receiver. I think we have a more loaded backfield and a healthy backfield, right? And just to start the season. Um, but I do think he'll still get played in the backfield a little bit. Maybe he won't carry it in between the tackles as much. Maybe they'll motion him out of the backfield. Maybe they'll use him as a decoy. But to not use him back there, I think would be foolish, would be a mistake, especially Elizabeth, if you pay him that money. If you're paying him that money, I mean, and you know that money is like Debo's like, I want to be like the number one paid receiver in the NFL. I mean, obviously he does because he hasn't got his contract yet. So he's getting top 4 money. And if you're paying him that money and you know he's going to get a lot of guaranteed, then you got to be able to use him in different positions. And I know he's injury prone, but at the same time, the dude is electric carrying the football. The guy is a problem carrying the football, right? I don't think Gray will start the year, but I think Gray's going to get a lot of playing time if he stays healthy. I think it fits the scheme very well, and he's got speed that translates. He said, "Putt putt boom." I haven't heard a putt putt since a bucket car. Kill Scott jokes over here. All right, so here we go. We're at 1st and 10. We got Elijah in the backfield. Ooh, okay. So we're running a little split zone concept. And man, so when Elijah was good, he was good. And then sometimes he ran like a rookie, right? And when I break down the film, the only reason I say that is because sometimes he makes the absolute perfect read. And then sometimes it's like, I bet you wish he had that rep back. This is one that I think he wish he had back. We can see this lane here, right? And he wants to get vertical, so this defender closes off that lane, but now you got to do a better job of cutting back. And I mean, I can't fault him too much. But like to see us get a little bit more yardage. At least we got 1 yard there. At least he's keeping his shoulder pads vertical. He's not losing ground. I can't complain if we're gaining yards. They did fill the void. But I kind of like to see him hit that initial gap, press it, give a stiff arm, even bounce. So here we are again, 11 personnel because we have a tight end. It looks like actually it could be 21 personnel if that's Elijah up there. Empty formation. I like how Kyle does that because you give him the reason why he does this, right, is because he gives defenses 21 personnel. So they're thinking, all right, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, stop the run, and then he comes out and empty, right? That's what makes Kyle a good play caller. Is that he's very, very unpredictable. He gives you personnel groupings that you think he's going to run in and he passes. Then he gives you personnel groupings you think he's going to pass in and he runs and he flips the formations on you. So he's very unpredictable in those aspects. I'll be real with you. I love it. I think it's next generation football. To be 100% honest with you, it's positionless football. It's like you don't know what I'm going to come out here with a fullback and a tight end and a running back, and I'm an empty, right? All right. So this concept is a shallow cross concept, and we got 2 receivers in 1 spot. So somebody messed up their route. You can see we have 2 guys in the same area. So somebody messed up their route concept. Whenever you have a tight bunch like that, you're usually going to get a crosser. Here comes our crosser. It looks like Ayuk got rerouted. Who is this? Is that Jennings? It might be Jennings. But that's getting rerouted. You're getting rerouted. And that's not, I mean, they've talked a lot about Jennings having a lot of growth right there, but he got just straight, assaulted on that play. That's like touchy-feely. And then this drag just carries right into his route. So they're probably looking at this route at being at the numbers, but that bump and run coverage is just rerouting him right into the other route. That's dangerous. Oh, it almost got picked. Lord have mercy. Play was ugly. Sometimes when I see these plays and I'm thinking, man, this is NFL football, man. This is not good, right? We got 2 guys in the same spot and Jimmy's throwing the ball there. Come on, somebody. Oh, putt is not. Oh man, and that free safety, he got his hands on his head, right? He doing the Debo touchdown thing. Yeah, man, that was all ugly right there. That was all ugly. Yeah, the box is stacked. Exactly. The box stays stacked that way. Danny Gray will play soon. He will play when injuries happen. Could get involved in deep plays. Yeah, I see him playing. I see him playing. I really do. Um, you know, they wanted to stretch the field last year. We just really couldn't do it that well with Jimmy at Q. I mean, I'm not talking smack. I'm just being real. You guys saw the first play of the game. Actually, second play of the game, we had a fade wide open. Ayuk and Jimmy missed him. Now Jimmy is very good on throwing the ball over the middle of the field, but Danny Gray, I think, is the natural number 4 guy. And here's the thing: if something happens with Debo, he comes to be the number 3 guy, and he gets a lot of playing time. So I think he plays right off the bat. Situationally, he's going to be a guy that can take the top off and really kind of put DBs on, on skates, put DBs off, in softer coverage and open up the middle of the field, open up other routes in the offense. In addition, I think he's more of a playmaker than people give him credit for. So I could see him running quick screens to him, stuff like that, to where he can get the ball in his hands quick and make money with his speed, because his speed translates. And that's something that the Niner players have just talked about. You hear Ayuk talk about it. You've heard Jimmy Ward talk about it. And so he's got real speed, not just number speed on the clock. He's got speed on the field, and that can be a game changer in the NFL. I mean, speed kills, right? So we have a triangle concept right here. Okay. And let's see what Jimmy does. Nice. Okay. So a lot of passing concepts are triangle concepts. This is like, a little bit older school, but they release out of the backfield, and he's just reading the triangle, and he has inside leverage from the defender, so he knows he can get this ball outside. Hasty. He's tasty. That's what they say. Who says that? That one reporter? Tasty, hasty. Oh my goodness. All right, Sly Guy. Let's see what you got. See what you got. Did he make it? There you go. He's warmed up. So yeah, he's gonna get involved. No doubt about it. I agree with CG on that for sure. So that's the second drive of the game. Let's take a look at the third possession as we keep it moving, family. Let me know if you guys have any questions, or if you guys want to jump on with me and break this down. Be happy to break the game down with you guys if you want. But I love having you guys here. Thank you so much for being here. And let's jump back to this third drive. So we saw one bust. We saw a 7-yard gain. And this is more traditional I formation, right? But it's still 21 personnel. And this enables us to say, hey, we can play action maybe out of this, right? But here comes that G concept. This is actually called a counter tray. Okay, so the fullback's going to make it look like he's going to the top side, but what's he doing? He's actually wrapping around underneath. He's going to follow that guard through the hole. So the exchange on the last power plays, you guys remember, it was the fullback kicking out and the guard was wrapping up. Now we got the guard kicking and the fullback wrapping up, but there's not much cooking there. And Elijah basically gets balled up in the backfield. There's really not a lot Elijah could have done here. This is a great job by their defensive end. They call this wrong arming. Okay. So this defensive end right here, he's going to wrong arm the kick out. You're going to see Brunskill try to come and kick, and he's going to wrong arm it. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll stay on the outside with their outside arm free. He's going to wrong arm it. He's going to force the running back to spill, but you're not going to see Elijah spill. You're not going to see him bounce this. You're going to see him lose yardage, because what they'll do is they'll wrong arm and then they'll scrape. So it's just another way of defeating power plays or counter plays. So this defensive end right here, he actually makes this play. He's going to wrong arm that. See how he wrong arms that? He takes on Brunskill and Juice. That's a good play. That's a good play by that guy. Jennings will have a breakout year. Look between 800 yards. Let's go. Yeah, bro. I don't see why not. CG. 60 or 65 catches. I mean, yeah, I don't think that's too far off. I mean, it could be 500 yards, 50 catches, 8 touchdowns, but still it's going to be a breakout year. And you're probably right. I think he's primed. He's an overachiever. He's got more talent than people want to say. He made big plays at Tennessee. So here we are, 2nd and 11, because we lost a yard there. Okay. And it looks like, I believe we're in 10 personnel. And let's see. So I believe 2nd and 11 on the 24. I believe this is 10 personnel, unless that's Juice up there. Hard for me to tell. Or a tight end. So it could be 11 personnel. But Kyle motions to kind of an empty look here. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, he's motioning to empty. Traditional 4-man rush. Now this looks like cover 1. All right, so we have a safety deep, man coverage underneath. Call it Monday. And they do a good job of rerouting. And Jimmy is trying to make something out of nothing, and that's a nice job. Okay, that's off schedule. And that's scramble drill. Right? So initially the Niners are looking at, they got double slants on the inside. Now these guys are running basically what I call fin routes. It's flat in. So you got flat in, so they're giving you a wiggle to the outside, then coming inside on the man coverage. Both of the slots are doing that, and then we're taking verticals on the outside to keep this guy in the middle of the field. But they do a good job defending it. By the time he's ready to throw, we got 2 guys in the same area, nothing cooking. So Jimmy vacates the pocket actually really nice, and then what does he do well? He throws the ball over the middle of the field well. Ayuk does a great job. Scramble drill, right? And it's a nice job. I mean, you can't say anything bad about that. That's a good play, but that's something that Trey should be able to do as well. I mean, this is in Trey's toolkit, right? He's got a Leatherman. He can be just fine. Nice little play action here. And geez, man, that ball was not on time, but accurate enough. I mean, this type of play action, so they give it like a split zone look. And then we see basically you have the over route. So you got a deep route coming over the top, right? And then you got one coming underneath. And if this safety jumps the dig, then you throw that deep post. If the safety stays over the top, then you know you got a one-on-one on the dig, right? And so the safety played it smart, stayed on top. That leaves the dig wide open, and Jimmy lets it go. Now, obviously, this ball is not thrown exactly where we'd like to see it thrown. It's not perfectly on time, but it's accurate enough to where Debo can come back to it and make a nice catch and get a good gain. I love Alex Mack always running down the field. I mean, even in his last year of football, the guy just played with relentless energy. So now they kind of come back with a similar look to the previous play, but they're going to run the ball here. So we have trips to the bottom of the screen, 11 personnel, and Elijah, just a little inside zone concept. He does a good job of hitting that hole and at least getting his pads down, breaking a couple, getting a few yards on a play in which could have maybe got 0. So I actually don't mind that. I think he did about as good as he could. Looks like 11 personnel again, running back, fullback maybe, or tight end. It's hard for me to tell, but empty formation. And we're just running a little man beater concept. So this is a stick in. So what we're trying to do is send one guy out, one guy in to beat a man to get a natural rub here. And it looks to me like this play might have got batted down. I think that's what happened. So yeah, that ball gets batted down, or else he probably would have had him. That puts us in a 3rd and 7. All right. The defense is looking with a little bit of an exotic, bringing up a backer, trying to show pressure, but they have a safety up tops, which tells us it's likely cover 1 here. Okay, so they bail. They're only bringing 4. And that's not a bad ball. I mean, it's dangerous. I'll be honest with you. It's dangerous. Because if they're only bringing 4 and they got manned up, what that enables them to do is have a rover. Basically, this guy can play the hole and this guy can play over the top. And so that's what makes this dangerous. You got to put this ball on him now. At least it's coming out quick. And I mean, it really should have been caught. We want to keep that ball down a little bit, though. With that said, they force us into a field goal. Sly Guy. Reminds me of Rombo. Rombo has that guy that calls him called Fly Guy. CG given the call on Jennings. CG is not playing around. He's like, I'm going to tell you right now, Jennings is going to have a breakout year. Man, I see it coming too, though. I can't argue with that at all. CG makes a lot of sense to me. And, so Niners are actually down now, okay, because they scored a touchdown already. So we get a field goal there. They come back with the field goal, and then we got a final play here, a final drive. Final drive, Aroni. And let's make sure I'm on the right page here. I appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate if anybody's watching. It's much love. It is absolutely much love. So, yeah, okay. All right. So this is actually good. We need to see this. We need to see this one here. So as we look at this play, okay, again, big body tight end. So I believe this is 11 personnel here, and we're coming out in a dual formation, right? So we got kind of a 4 wide receiver look. And then what they do is they motion out the running. Here's what's interesting. This is such a good play for us to show. I'll take it back here. Let's just watch this real quick. Now, as we watch this, I want you to see what we got here. We got a look on the bottom of the field where Jimmy, this is just what Jimmy cannot do, you guys. This is why we barely ran these type of plays. It's because Jimmy can't throw the deep hitch. He can't throw the ball outside the numbers. And it's just, I mean, this is almost like him just getting rid of the ball. So we motion to trips to the top, empty formation. And Jimmy wants to throw this hitch or this back shoulder, but he just doesn't have it. It's just, you guys see that? This is a play when the Niners used Trey, they were running against Arizona. And this is a play that if we say we put trips to the top of the field and we motion to quads, now we could run a running back screen, or we have a one-on-one on the bottom of this. And then we give this guy a choice option. We say, hey, if he's tight, we'll run him off. If he's off, we'll run the hitch, or vice versa, right? You can play games there. You can give him a 3-way go if you want. There's lots you can do. But Jimmy just had limitations with his arm ability. His arm talent did not allow him to make this play. You can see he's even moving his feet to try to get closer to the sideline. And when he tries to throw this back shoulder, it's the right idea, but it's just did not have the arm talent. He just throws the ball like out of bounds. That's not a play that the Niners really ran. I can think of one time he completed a play like that, maybe 2, but one I remember was against Philly. And Ayuk like his arms went like just crazy distance to make that catch on the sideline. So he was just limited in the type of plays we could run with him. A little bit of a sail concept. It looks like nice, just mixing up the route tree from Kyle here. So this is 2nd and 10, and we're trying to run this little quick slant to the bottom of the screen. And you got to love it. You get pressure right here. You seeing that pressure? Zip it. Hit it. Nice job. We'll take that easy money all the game long, right? And there's no reason why Trey can't make that same play, right? There's no reason why Trey can't make that same play. It's a good read by Jimmy. When Jimmy was good, right? Motion to empty. Dual formation, 11 personnel, and there's another nice timing shot. Now, they're kind of showing their hand here, okay? They're showing their hand by having 2 safeties high. It's 3rd and 4, and this guy's looking like he's rushing, and this guy takes off with the running back. So Jimmy knows immediately that this guy's probably rushing. This guy's going with the back. So if I got an in cut, there's a vacancy there, right? So he just hits that. He just hits the void, and that's a real good job. Zip, bop, nice job. Trey can do that same thing. It's like Jimmy was built to make these throws, though. You know, he's just built to make these quick throws across the middle of the field, and he did a really good job. He excelled at that. He was very good at throwing these quick timing throws across the middle of the field, West Coast offense type stuff. So again, 11 formation. We got a tight end here in the slot, motioning the running back out. And this time we're trying to go up top. Can you hit it, Jimmy? Oh, let's go. Jimmy hit a deep ball. This is like birthday. I can't even believe this happened, Kelts. What are we watching? What are we watching? Kelts says 1 versus Dallas in the playoff to Jennings. I couldn't believe it, and it was too proud, you know. Hey, I'm proud of this play right here, bro. Jimmy actually hit a deep ball. Imagine if this was in the Super Bowl. Jimmy to Emmanuel Sanders. You got it. Nope. Nice job, though. I can't hate on that. I cannot hate because that's a nice ball. And he threw to the right spot. And they do a good job of getting up here. This is late in the second quarter. They kill the clock. Nice play. He made the right read. And when you throw the ball so much over the middle of the field and so much short, eventually you can strike deep. And, Trey's going to have those same opportunities, and he has better arm talent. So we got to like that. Right? Yeah, Kelts knows, man. Kelts got that Niner knowledge. 3 wide receiver set to the bottom of the screen in the gun, 11 personnel on 1st and 10 from the 4. Okay. Or actually, it's 2nd and goal, isn't it? Because we just spiked it. So we lose it down there. So we spiked it, 2nd and goal. And we motion to quads, right? There's 4 receivers over here. This dictates. Now, what's interesting is I probably would have came over here because see how this guy's sitting there. But let's see what they do here. It's not a bad read by the time he gets it. By the time he gets it there, I'm wondering though. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not mad at that read. Really, I'm not mad at that read. It's because of the play call. One thing that I think as we go back and look, the question is how much time is on the clock. That's the real thing. If there's not a lot of time on the clock, then you got to make this throw. You got to get the ball in the end zone. It's about the best option, but it could have probably been a little bit better thrown ball. And, Trey's got more arm talent, so maybe he makes that play. Nonetheless, they give it to Joey Sly, and he comes in and kicks it before half. So that is the first half. Yeah, exactly, bro. A lot of foot in this game. Let's keep breaking this down. Let's keep moving. We're in the second half. And let's take a look at the Niners' first touchdown drive of the day. Okay. Let's look at the Niners' first touchdown drive of the day. Kelts Chronicles in the building, bro. We got to do a live. I saw you went live. I didn't see what it was about, but I'm interested in checking it out as soon as I can. All right. So I think what'd you do it about? Was it about the hardest hitters? And then, the state of the franchise. I watched some of that. I thought it was good, man. I thought just looking into the intricacies of what they talk about, how they talk about players. It's exciting to hear, Ayuk and Jennings. To hear Ayuk talk about Jennings the way he did, and then to hear Ayuk talk about Danny Gray the way he did, to hear Shanahan talk about Drake Jackson the way he did. These are all, I think, very encouraging. So we have 11 or 21. So we got 2 running backs. We got a tight end. We have 21 personnel under center, single back, trips to the bottom of the screen. Here comes that quick motion. We can run power. It's that out. Remember that bust that we had? Remember that 15, 17-yard bust? This is the same play, same way. So we're going outside zone here. But Debo, is that Debo getting the rook? I think that was Debo. I don't know. Maybe that's Elijah. I can't tell the number. Sorry about that. But when he was running, I almost reminded me. No, that's Elijah. Ooh, but man, that's a nice job by that. Is that the corner? Who fills on that? Yeah, that's the corner, just comes up and really does a nice job filling. They're like, man, y'all got us good on that first one. We're not letting it happen. So that's a safety or a corner. I think it's the corner. You could see him out here right here. Okay. So here's your defensive end. Here's your corner. And yeah, he just does a great job filling. That's a nice play by the defender. And yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, I think that we have better talent, Celts. I'll be honest with you, especially the depth. No question to me, I think we have better depth on the O line. I think that just the natural question is how good will the chemistry be to start the year, right? And sometimes if you get off to a rough start, it can bode bad for you on the road. Like we're going to Chicago, first game. It's going to be loud, and that we're going to have a lot of inexperience and not a lot of guys playing together. So they're going to have to simplify the game plan, play well, running the football. And I hope we are better. I hope we are. We definitely have the talent to be better. I'm just curious about the chemistry, the continuity, and seeing if guys like Brendel and Banks can take the next step, to see how if McGlinchey's healthy, or to see if Jalen Moore has to play, or School plays, and how well they play. So there's just questions, but I definitely think we have more talent on the O line across the board, more depth as well. So we come out, little wide receiver screen to Ayuk, and we don't get a lot, but I like the play call. Because this is kind of a jailbreak screen on 2nd and 10. We're motioning Hasty out, and man, it's like it's almost there, but it's not, right? But I like the wide receiver screen. Looks like maybe there was a late hit involved. We might have got a free first down there. Oh no, it's a bad block by us, which puts us in 2nd and 19. So we got 11 personnel, balanced formation here. And okay, nothing cooking here. And this looks like Y option. And ultimately that ball, man, that's a great play by the defender. I mean, that's a solid play by them. And not much cooking there. There's just not a lot cooking, not the most sophisticated route concepts. And didn't get much out of it. But guess what? When you got a guy like Debo, we go. Jeez! Bruh. Look at that. Jimmy said, "Hey, bro, can I throw this ball 0 yards and will you go get like 85 for me? Can I throw a zero putt? Can I putt this to you, Celts? And can you bust 85 for me? Why do I like this? 3rd and 19. Defenses are going to play quarters, right? They're going to play cover 2 man. They're going to play off, right? This guy's 12 yards off the ball. This enables an offense to get their blockers out there and do a good job of running a screenplay. So Kyle's like, hey, I'm not going to risk a turnover here, and I'm going to run a play that gives me an advantage. And if they don't defend it correctly, I'm throwing the ball to a guy that can take it to the house, right? And that's exactly what happens. So you can see it instantly that we're getting guys released and they're 7 yards off the ball. Now, this is so nice because he's throwing it to him in the slots, not all the way outside. He's not even outside the numbers. So this is like, bro, this is like a pitch play. And that guy comes so hard up on the outside. And what I like about the block that we see is that he takes the defender where he wants to go. So that's tight end. He comes up outside, take him outside. And the next guy's able to wrap. What they tell you is that we want to create a sidewalk. We're looking to create a sidewalk between the hash and the numbers. So the first guy you want to come out and kick, the second guy you want to wrap, and then you create a sidewalk, right? And I think it develops very nicely. So you first see the first guy kind of kick out, second guy wraps, and there's that sidewalk. Now you got a lineman leading up in there and just so much juice right there from Debo. Debo, can I throw the ball just over here? Can I putt this to you, Celts? And will you take it 85 for me? Exactly. Perfect time to run it. It's what makes Kyle a special play caller. You know, Kyle will run a trap on 3rd and 12. What is he doing? The defense is not expecting an offense to run a trap on 3rd and 12. Defense is not expecting an offense to run a wide receiver screen on 3rd and 19. And so it enables the offense to put themselves in an advantageous position to where there's nothing lost. He's not risking a turnover. And if they don't defend it correctly, it's a big gain. You know, I'm thinking of Mostert going with a big gainer against Green Bay in the NFC Championship game on a trap play on a 3rd and long. Broke that game open. And there we see this game get broke open right there with a perfect play call. It looks like Niners are going for 2 here. And we try to run juice and get absolutely nada. Haloti, nada. Yeah, there's nothing doing on that. There's nothing doing on that. Great play call. I agree. Perfect time to run that. Absolutely perfect time to run that. So let's go look real quick at their next. All right, so we got touchdown. Let's check out our next touchdown. Our next drive is actually a touchdown drive again. Niners go on to win this game 33-22. And I mean, it's a decent amount of points on the road, right? 33-22. So first down, we have 21 personnel, 2 backs in the backfield. Little play action. Man, this is going to be nice for Trey. This, because when you got Jimmy selling this, it's just not as convincing. But when you got a guy like Trey selling that right there, you thinking, man, Trey can run. But nonetheless, Jimmy's able to throw completion there. It's like, I mean, Jimmy just, when he threw the ball over the middle of the field, there was just like some pixie dust on that thing or something. Because when you're looking at this guy is, I mean, he's got 2 defenders on him, and he just does a great job coming back to the football. We saw Debo do that earlier as well. And we're going to see it again. So Debo's coming up. He's running that dig, right? And he's like, man, this defender's all over it. He actually stops his route. Right, he's going to run a dig. He sees him right there, so he stops, stutters, and then he clears. And Zink comes back to the ball like 4 yards. That's tremendous ability to come back to the football and make a play by Debo. An absolutely tremendous play. It's things like that just get overlooked, and that's just very, very nice play by Debo. 21 personnel, motion across the formation, making it look like a run play, and that's exactly what we got. We have a run play, just a lead play, weak side lead here. But because they're running their under front, it's actually inside zone with the lead. They're able to bottle it up pretty well because they run that under front. Under fronts give zone plays, inside zone plays, a tough challenge. A lot of teams will run like odd fronts against because you cover the center. If you cover the center, it makes it really hard for the teams to double team on inside zone. Nonetheless, we are in what looks to be 11 personnel again with a tight end there, empty formation, and we're running a stick concept. So let's see what we got here. Looks like both of these guys are coming out. He's going to run a vertical. So that's just a stick concept. And we're just reading leverage, and that ball's out on time. That's nice. I mean, it's a little bit behind him, but the time is good. And this is something that Trey just needs to be able to get comfortable with. I think he'll be able to do so. But see how it's just a one step hitch release. You're gripping and ripping, right? It's a quick read. It's nothing too sophisticated. Ultimately, you're reading this defender. If he goes with this guy, you hit this guy. If he sits, then you hit that guy. He can't guard both of them, right? He can't guard both of them. So it's a very easy read for the quarterback. And you're thinking, well, how can he do that? And the reason he can do that is because of the leverage on this defender here. This guy's too far inside to defend this quick out. So if this guy stays on this one man to man, then he knows he can get this out on this backer. If this guy was to stay in zone right here and take that away, and the vertical takes this guy, then you would hit this out. Classic West Coast offense play, the stick route. And Jimmy does a nice job there of at least getting the ball out on timing. So again, empty formation, but unconventional personnel because we have a running back. Looks like we have a running back and tight end. I can't tell. It looks like that might be Juice, or this is Juice, and I don't know what's going on with the personnel here. Yeah, that's Juice, and there's a tight end. So 11 personnel, but it's a fullback and a tight end. Interesting, right? And so you see a fullback and a tight end. You don't expect an empty formation, but that's what Kyle does, and you really gotta like it. So 1st and 10, and we're running the same play to the top of the field. So it's another stick concept, classic West Coast stuff. And once again, if the number 2 stays covered, then I know I got my number 3 because I got leverage. There it is. Zip. I'm just going to hit that number 3 because the inside backer can't get to him in time. We're able to do that, you guys, because of the formation. And because they can't overload the trip side because we're an empty. Now, sometimes when you have a single receiver over here, you can kind of start to hedge that, but he can't overload too much because we're an empty. On the bottom, we have 2 wide receivers, so they have to stay more balanced. And now this guy comes, so he knows he's got that quick because the inside backer can't get there. It's a nice job. I mean, it's a nice play call, and those are the type of routes that Jimmy can run real effectively. So now we're coming out in 21 personnel, under center, I formation, twins to the top of the screen, 1st and 10 from Chicago 16, and we are running an inside zone toss play with lead. Okay, so sometimes we run this with the fullback over here and have him kick, but this is more traditional. Now, this is where the under formation can get them a little bit, right? Because we set the strong here and they got their 1 tech to the strong and their 3 tech here, but it leaves them minus a guy to that side of the field. So all things considered, we should be able to get some money here, and we do. And man, I really like the way that Elijah hits the holes with momentum and gets his body lean going forward. You don't see a lot of missteps. So when you see him run the ball, you see him plant. You see, I mean, he is running, he's gaining ground. There's not a lot of he's not trying to shake and bake. This running style bodes really well for the type of scheme the Niners run. Now we're running again inside zone to the weak side. Fullback's going to kick. Man, I tell you what, if this guy would have stayed there instead of releasing, this would have been even more money. But we're able to kick that, enables Debo to get to that next level and to get burst. So this is a really nice play on 1st down, toss, inside zone. Mac is beasting right there. Let's go back and watch the offensive line because they just don't get enough love. So is that Brunskill? I think that's actually Brunskill beasting. So Brunskill, remember, he's got to reach this guy, right? So this guy's actually shaded outside of him. So he's got to try to at least stay even. He wants to try to get his head to the top of him if he can and log him. But watch him stay with his block. See, look at that. He's beating him. And at the end, the guy tries to disengage. I think that's Akeem Hicks too. Tries to disengage and make the play, but Brunskill's into him too much to where he can't make that play. And I mean, Brunskill's an overachiever. The one thing Brunskill's going to do is he's going to fight you. Brunskill's the type of dude, he's like, I don't care if I get my ass kicked. I'm going to fight you. You might kick my butt, but I'm going to fight you. And, I really like what I saw there from Danny Bruns. Let's see this one time. Get a nice reach right there. We're going to get a seal on this backer. Everything's clean on the backside. Mac does a good job comboing up to the other backer. So we got one backer taken care of. By our right tackle, we combo to the next backer. They call that a CAG, right? The center and guard blocking, combo blocking to the backer. We got Brunskill just beasting right here, staying on our tough block on that 3 tech. Juice gets the kick. Debo gets that seal, and we're getting big gains. We get a nice 10, 11 yard gain on the inside zone. I love it. When you can run the ball like that, it's a long day for defenses. It is a long day. Good formation, Good play call. Nice job running the play to the weak side of the formation. Nice blocking. That's Niner football. Running the rock. All right. This is an interesting split inside zone concept. So we come back with the inside zone, but we're actually having Debo come across on the split zone. So we have a close formation to the top of the screen with the tight end. So three surface side, bunch trio trips concept to the bottom, but it looks like we run a little split zone with Debo coming right here. You guys tell me if it looks like he wants to block. He's looking for some work, but he ain't getting too dirty. He's like, give me the rock. I don't want to block. Oh, hey, at least he gets up in there, right? He's getting up in there. He's trying to find something. There's just not a lot cooking. Nonetheless, inside zone with some push. Let's go. Get that in there. Get that in there. Oh, let's go. Did they stop? I wonder if they stopped it short. But you gotta love the fight that the team did to get that in the end zone. So he run inside zone to the top of the screen last time, and we got such a big game. He's like, well, I'm gonna come out with a different formation. I'm gonna run inside zone again, right? And this time the defense is in more of an exotic look, okay, and so it's kind of hard for me to tell. No, they're okay. So they're in more of an over formation here. This looks like he's in a one tech, and then here's our three tech. And they might be keying that off of the running back. So sometimes defenses, when they're playing zone teams, they're going to set their front off the running back. So they want the one tech away from him because they want to be able to hold the point on the inside zones and have a three tech that can scrape for the cutback. It makes it difficult for teams to run inside zone to a one tech. They want to run it to the three tech. But nonetheless, teams have gotten to the point where they can run it either way. It's just a little bit more difficult. Backers can feel easier, but I love the grit and the push by the offensive line. I like that, and it's simple. It's simple play calling for the Niners, and I like it. This is cool. Check this out. Quads. We got quads to the top of the screen. An exotic look. I like that, Kyle. Come out in quads. Make the defense be like, wait. What's going on out here? What's going on out here? Now, the way they defend this, I can already see we're going to have vacancies in the inside. So there should be something coming on the inside. They're playing this too hot, too heavy to the outside. It's tough to defend this formation. What do we get? What we get? I called it, didn't I? Let's see what we get. Like I said, we're going to have vacancies to the inside. See how this guy's outside leverage here? That's a mistake. That is a mistake. Why? Because you got one backer here. He's on the opposite side of he's like centered up. I got a big window and nothing here. Nothing here, right? And look at that, you guys. Look at, they throw it right where I was thinking. Exactly. Like I said, when I saw him come out, I knew there'd be vacancies to the inside of the field just by the leverage of their defenders. This guy needs to be inside leverage. He's got to be a man on the inside, taking away this inside route. And it's going to be really tough for him regardless. Naughty. Hey, watch that little stutter that Ayuk puts on this guy. This is like clean as a washing machine right here. Watch this. He says, just puts him in cement. Puts this dude in cement. That's a really nice job. But he had such a free window. There's such a clear window here. It's like he didn't even have to put that much shake on him. It's just, that's such easy money, you guys. And Kyle really cooked that up by formation. Kyle was able to cook that up by formation. Sometimes teams will play what they call, basically it's a five zone where they play even zones across. But when you go with a quads look, you're giving teams a look they have not seen and prepared for. And now that defender was just lunch from the very beginning. Yeah, he gave him the inside. You can't do that. It's easy throw. It's easy money. You got to take away the inside, force something outside. That was really ultimately a good play call by formation from Kyle. Hey, we're getting through this, man. We're getting through this, CG. We're getting through this, Celts Chronicles. And man, so our next drive, so we went touchdown, touchdown. This next drive looks like we get a field goal from our guy Joey Sly. Let's see what we got here. And outside zone, inside zone, power. We've been mixing it up this game, and it's been effective running the ball. It's been effective. And of course, Debo had that big bust. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Get it. Get it. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. You guys remember this in the first half. This is the same play. Okay, so what are we running here? First of all, we balance the formation. So we start with trips heavy to the top of the screen. So we dictate the formation of the defense. We dictate the strength call of the defense. Okay, so they're trying to take away inside zone by their front. But if we can manipulate that front pre-snap, now we can motion to get outside zone leverage post snap. And that's exactly because you guys got to see what we did here. Look. We started in trips. Now we're motioning to balanced, right? We motion to balanced, but then what do? Then they add another motion pre-snap to go trips to the bottom of the screen. So very Sly-like, they start with trips to the top of the screen, and now we're ending with trips to the bottom of the screen, but it seemed like they were in balance. If they're balanced, we're not going to change our front call. We're not going to change our strength call. We're going to stay and play. But if they go trips, we're going to rock to that. We're going to rock to that. We're going to move. We're going to slide. Well, the Niners, with this quick motion, they don't give them time. I really, really love this. Is like deeper thinking stuff. Starting in trips, motioning to balance, and then look at this real quick motion right before the snap. And now we're running outside zone. Oh, what? Golly, there's some nice blocks here. This is a really, really good job. Warner's right here, and you're gonna just we get a double at the point of attack that is just me. oh, I gotta love that. It's physical football, boy. Let's go. I get hyped up when I see stuff like this. Let's go. So we're getting right into this defensive end. Now, Warner actually does a good job right off the and then we got we double that. With Juice. What does that enable us to do? Now Juice can get up to the next level. You guys wonder why Juice is in the Pro Bowl. He gets up to the next level, seals that, right? Not going to get a clipping call, but he always got to do is get in the way. And Juice gets 2 on this play. Okay. Now let's watch Big Daddy Trent. Now, because of our quick formation set, see how their strength is to the top? Their numbers for their defensive line is to the top. We got them outmanned in this bubble. Now, they try to adjust with their backers a little bit, but that ain't going to work at the point of attack because it enables Trent to get to that next level. And Big Money Trent gets on you. The silverback, he going to stay on you. He going to wash you to the sidelines. Let's go. Oh, this is so good. I don't know if y'all are feeling it like I am, but this is outside zone 101. Like, this is a film, like, if you're an offense coordinator, you show your team. But I think the intricacy of it, like I said, they started trips to the top. They motion to balance. Okay, we could stay and play as a defense. But then this quick motion right there. The backers try to slide, but the line is stuck. They can't stem that fast. So now we have leverage. It's easy to reach these guys. This guy is not even a player. They're taken out of the play by the quickness of that formation. That's Kyle dialing that up. You could give, other coordinator, whatever, credit as well. But really, Kyle's the guy that calls the plays. He's the guy that formulates the basis of the offense. He's the guy that's bringing it to the table every week. He has to approve this stuff for it to go in the book. It ain't going in the book unless he approves it. And so this is just really nice outside zone stuff. Gets the kick. We get a seal right here. This is a nice block. So we're going to see, see that, Debo? Nice job getting the seal. You almost want to see him stick with it a little bit more, but he doesn't want to clip. He doesn't want to get a holding call, so he did just enough there. We're getting easy reach right there. Combos up. Look at that. Get on him, Mac. Stick with him, Mac. Get it. Stay there. Oh, yeah. Now we can get more money from Warner. This is team football. This is how you run outside zone. I could break down this play. I mean, this is too good. This is too good. I'm going to do one time right here. I'm going to watch the whole play. Let's just watch it. Let's just watch it. Motion to balanced. Quick motion to trips. Kick. Whew. Elijah does a nice job breaking that tackle. He's got good burst. He's got good speed, right? Good speed. That's a boss right there. And I tell you, it was all predicated by the formation. We start with trips to the top of the screen, motion to balanced. All right, we can stay and play. There's that quick motion. Boom, get on, got you stuck, staying with my blocks, getting up to the next level. I'm getting more guys, says Charlie Warner. Charlie Warner said, I'm getting 3 guys. I'm going to try to get another guy. And we turn that into a big time gainer. So we're about the 35. And so let's just count it off right here. We're getting, nice cut right there. There's 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards, 40-yard gain right there. That's just so good. So good. And we still got Trent Money Williams, right? We still got this guy. Banks is going to be able to make these plays with experience. Brendel, to be able to learn from Mac, we got to have confidence we can run this outside zone stuff. It's predicated by this motion to balance, the quick motion to trips. We're going to bury this guy right here. We're going to seal right there. We're getting up to an extra defender. We wash him to the sideline. Extra money for extra guys. Coach, give me a bonus. Let's go. This is team football. This is Niners football. Beautiful. Exactly, Kelts. That's the best word for it. Beautiful. Absolutely. That's Elijah Mitchell at his best. And you know what I want to do, actually? That's the one guy we did not talk about when I broke that down, right? Is Elijah. So when we watch Elijah's path, he's going to press the point. Right. So first thing he's going to do is he's going to press that defensive end because that's the point of attack. Right. He sees him get buried. So he's going to run straight at it. He knows he's got the edge. Well, the defender on the outside comes up. So what does he do? Jump step back to the middle. So now I got a lane to the inside. Keep my feet. Bust into the outside. Quick feet shuffle, but I'm getting vertical. Right. Does a good job of carrying the ball high and tight. Kind of reminds me of Tiki Barber. I see a little bit of Tiki Barber in Elijah Mitchell. Does a great job pressing the point. This guy goes to the ground so I can bounce. That guy comes up, so I cut back. Now I'm getting to the outside again, cutting off that inside block, carrying the ball high and tight, getting vertical, running my legs. See a little bit of Tiki Barber in Elijah Mitchell. Beautiful play. Absolutely, Celts. Absolutely. Hey, some Curtis Martin. Maybe some Curtis Martin in there. Sees Gore, bro. Oh, hey, let's go. I'll take a Frank Gore Jr. Yeah, Elijah's got a lot of tools, man. He's got a lot of tools in the bag. He's an all-around running back. It's impressive to watch him play. He's a good back. 1st and 10 from the 24. There's that quick motion again. Okay, so this time we don't start in trips. We start balanced. But they run that quick motion. And getting a call here real quick. I'll check that and I'll call him back. And they kick. So let's see. There's no patience. No patience. Hold on. I'll call you back. I call you back. Better have patience. All right. So we got a motion. The quick motion here. And we're running G, but we miss our kick. So they do a good job. We're going to wrap this guard. We're going to pull this guard here. So we're going to kick, and then we're going to wrap. But Brunskill misses that, but backer filling. The backer does a nice job filling. We just got to pull tighter. We got to scrape paint so we don't miss that guy and do a better job there. So that puts us in a position to where we are at 2nd and 11. And we come out 21 personnel, and we're running outside zone to the top of the screen. And there's that little burst, that extra burst that Elijah gives us that is really nice. Nice job coming down here so we can release. This is a good job. You can't crack in the NFL, but if it's at 0 yards at the line of scrimmage, it's not considered a crack. And so it's basically what they call inside the tackle box. So it's just a seal block. Nice job reaching here. Brunskill, man, he gets hands to the head. He just sits on that block. Okay, we're sealing up to the next level. Now we got juice on the forced defender. And we got burst getting up in that hole. So nice 11-yard gain outside zone. We're running away from the strength of the formation, right? So that gives us numbers to the bottom of the screen. Outside zone toss play. Nice job. Nice job. And I'm going to end that one more time. Sorry about the calls, yeah? And, oh, come on now. Come on, man. I ain't that popular. And this is our last drive, so I just want to watch it real quick. So we're gonna go with a little counter tray here, and it gets blown up. Okay, so they do a good job again on a G concept to get that counter tray play and take it away from us. So now we're in a balanced formation again. And we're running that quick motion. It makes me wonder if we're going to try to run the outside zone. We do. This is the play that we got the big gainer on. Okay. This is the play we got the big gainer on. And this time they do a better job of coming up. Nonetheless, we're able to still get a few yards. That's the play that we got the 40-yard gainer on. Okay. Same exact play. But they do a better job of coming up right there. This puts us at 3rd and 12. Okay. And we're running the same play opposite way. So this is outside zone. It looks like we got hasty in the game and they're just rallying. They're able to rally and get there. I think the Niners are late in the game and they're trying to protect the lead. And we got to that point. Snap, it says. Sometimes it'll just go snap on me. And they were like, hey, man, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Temple run. Hey, thank you so much for being here. God bless you. Counts, man. It's so fun to break down film with you in the chat. CG, Elizabeth, anybody else that's here. Guys, let me know what you want me to break down next. It was fun breaking down Elijah's best game. And, hopefully he's going to have many more this year. And it's not always big game. His longest game was a 40-yard bust, but he had those 10-yard chunks, to get him up above 100 yards and have a really nice game. It's a recipe. We scored 33 points in this game. It's a recipe for success for us to get Elijah going and the run game going. God bless you. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. I'll try to be back as soon as I can. Go Niners for life.